All right. Well, welcome back to another Living with a Toy Collector. And today I'm going to continue going to some of my older collection. And today I'm going to continue in the Final Fantasy series, specifically Final Fantasy VIII. And this figure right here is Mr. Gilgamesh. And he is one of the Final Fantasy Aeons. So let's go ahead and talk about him. Alright, so if you get this figure, this is what it looks like in the packaging. Mine's is loose. I've had this figure for a long time, and I'll tell you about some of the hurdles that comes with it. So it'll be kind of like an honest review on this one. But the figure comes, so you got to keep in mind, it has 4 arms. So if you see 3, it's incomplete. It has like these 3 little arm scoopy things on the left side. There's a meaning for it, but I can't remember what it is right now. And then he has 3 swords. So mine, unfortunately, has everything, but it's missing the samurai sword to it. So that is unfortunate. If I go here, if I continue to go down, this is part of it's called the Guardian Force series, and each one of the items has a number to it. He is number 27, and if you go back here to the back of the box, technically is a total of 10 figures. However, right here they added more later on. So when I originally got the figure, it was only these right here and an alternate, but technically later on they released some of the other figures. You could see, like, Ifrit, and then you can see some of the other figures over here, and I believe this one transformed, if I remember, or it had a writer, I can't remember. See, this one has an alternate too. Alright, so if you play the game, this is what he looked like. And what was really frustrating about him is that he was kind of a rando. You'll be in the middle of battle and he goes, "Yep, I'm appearing," and you're like, okay, thanks. And he would just kind of emerge out of like this red cape. His swords would be around him, and then he names the name of one of his swords, and then he would just kill the critter that you're fighting based on the sword that he has in hand. Now, as far as I'm tracking this character, the main appearance that I remember of him is Final Fantasy VIII, but apparently he also made appearances randomly in Final Fantasy V, which I never got a chance to play, and then he made an appearance in another game. And that was the thing about him. He travels between different worlds, and then he just randomly shows up, does a battle, calls his sword, shows up, calls his sword, does battle, and then fades into the sunset. That's pretty much his roles, okay? So if you get a chance to replay the game, please do so. They did a remastered of this, so just check it out, and I will post these comments post these links in the comments, so that way you guys can like see them more in the video description. So, but yeah, he was kind of a fun character. So let's take a closer look at him. Okay, so bear with me. I'll do my best to review this figure. He is a 2-hander. So right at the bat, if you get this figure, know that back here there is an attachment for this piece right here. I seen it where the back is completely snapped off, or it has one missing, so keep in mind that you do have 3 of these. He does have kind of this spawn cape. It does come off, but again, I don't want to mess with it too much, so I just kind of leave it alone. But it's a full piece by himself, so this does kind of move around a little bit. Now, right out of the bat, keep in mind that his head articulates, so his head moves. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 arms, and they do move in the shoulder, they move in the elbow, and they move in the wrist. 2 of these are able to hold a sword. I believe 3 of them should be able to hold a sword. I don't think there's changeable hands. Nope, there's no changeable hands. I just figured out a test. Now, however, mine's, unfortunately, shortly after I got it, this popped off, and it's made me really sad ever since. So anytime I try to pose him with the sword, I have to be really, really, really careful. Because I'm always scared that it's gonna fall and it's gonna disappear into the void. And those of you guys who do Gundam figures, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He does articulate right here at the waist, and if you go further down, he does articulate at the knees and also at the feet. Okay, he does have this extra piece right here as his garment. Make sure that this is part of the tassel. I've seen it with this is either chewed off, missing, or ripped off when I seen this figure out in a while. The good part is he is very sturdy. When you stand him, he is incredibly sturdy. I'm trying to see if I can move down a little bit towards his feet. So it kind of has like a tripod effect. Sorry, I'm a little stuck. Here we go. He's got a tripod effect where his feet are wide enough and his cape that he won't fall back. So that's one of the things that I really do like about this figure. You don't have to worry about him falling over, tipping over. He is very, 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 very solid. Okay, so let's go and take a look a little bit more at the swords. So he has 3 swords. Unfortunately, I only have 2. I never had the third one when I got the figure. And right here you can see there's 1 sword, there's 2 swords, and then there's also a samurai sword, but again, I never had access to that, so yeah. So he's always been incomplete for me. Okay, so I'm going to show you the figure. Stand him right back here so you guys can see him. So if you do manage to get all 3 of the swords, it's actually very dope because he stands with them. And he's a solid figure. I gotta tell you, I've had him for a long time. I barely had any problems with him, minus that elbow popping out. I don't know if I'll ever be able to fix it. I just kind of left it as is. But this character is just so random. I kind of like them all these years. So I just kind of left him as it, and I just keep him complete in a Ziploc bag. So let's go ahead and take a look at him all the way around. With that, guys, I appreciate you guys joining me today in this great episode of Living with a Toy Collector. Like I said, I'll continue to go through like all my figures. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.